हाय, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। तो अभी जो आज का हमारा वीडियो है और इनफैक्ट अब से कुछ जो आने वाले वीडियोस हैं तो वो थोड़े सेंट्रिक रहेंगे इंटरव्यूज़ एक्सपीरियंसेस को लेके या कैसे इंटरव्यूज़ की प्रिपरेशन करनी है उसको लेके। तो उसका रीज़न यही है कि अभी खूब सारे इंटरव्यूज़ हुए हैं, लोगों के ढेर सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस रहे हैं, कितने सारे लोग के अच्छी जगह सिलेक्शन हो गए हैं। सबके अपने अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं, सबके पास अपनी अपनी चीज़ें हैं बताने को। तो आई ट्राई टू जस्ट गेट दैट इंफॉर्मेशन ऑल टुगेदर एंड वो थोड़ा ऑर्गेनाइज करके मे बी टॉपिक वाइज कि कैसे किस टॉपिक से कैसे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं एंड एवरीथिंग अकॉर्डिंगली मैं टाइम टू टाइम अपडेट करता रहूँगा चैनल पे। तो जस्ट कीप योर सेल्फ अपडेटेड अकॉर्डिंगली। तो आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है, आज का जो हमारा वीडियो का टॉपिक है वो स्पेसिफिकली मेरा इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस है आईआईटी इंदौर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एस्ट्रोनॉमी, एस्ट्रोफिज़िक्स एंड स्पेस इंजीनियरिंग का। वेल मैंने काफ़ी जगह इंटरव्यूज़ दिए हैं, काफ़ी जगह कॉल लेटर्स आए थे ऑफ कोर्स। मेरा स्पेसिफिक रीज़न इस इंटरव्यू को चूज़ करने के दो हैं। द फर्स्ट वन एंड दैट्स मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट वन, दैट इज़ कि ये इंटरव्यू जो मेरा था ये काफ़ी वर्सटाइल इंटरव्यू था। एंड व्हाट आई मेंट विद दैट इज़ कि इन्होंने एक इंटरव्यू में जो जो चीज़ें हो सकती हैं वो डोमेन कवर किए। ठीक है, मतलब कुछ इंटरव्यूज़ होते हैं जो सब्जेक्ट के अकॉर्डिंगली रहते हैं कि भाई आपने कुछ बताया टॉपिक्स कि हाँ इस टॉपिक से रिलेटेड है तो आप उसी हिसाब से पूछेंगे, एक जेनरिक पैनल रहता है वहाँ पे। कुछ इंटरव्यूज़ होते हैं जो पूरे के पूरे आपके थीसिस को लेके हो जाते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे कि आईआईटी रोपड़ था फॉर एग्जांपल, तो उन्होंने बेसिक फिजिक्स का इंटरव्यू लिया। उन्होंने कोई स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस थीसिस के लिए नहीं पूछे या फिर आपके कुछ वर्क किया है, कुछ पेपर निकाले हैं, कोई मतलब नहीं। सिमिलरली एट आईआईटी हैदराबाद माय एक्सपीरियंस वाज कि उन्होंने मुझसे पूरा का पूरा थीसिस पूछा एग्जैक्टली इन वेरी डिटेल। So two very different experiences, but IIT Indore was like a mixture of that, and it was I would say a complete interview one should face. So so the process for the selection criteria, of course the selection criteria was a little bit complicated if you compare to other places, because यहाँ पे पहले तो फॉर्म भरो, उसके बाद फिर अपने प्रोफेसर से मैनुअली लेटर ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन सेंड कराओ, उसके बाद अगर कोई मास्टर्स थीसिस की है तो 5 मिनट का एक वीडियो बनाओ, उसमें एक्सप्लेन करो कि व्हाट यू हैव डन इन योर मास्टर्स थीसिस। और अगर तुमने थीसिस नहीं की है तो कोई भी अपना फेवरेट टॉपिक चूज़ कर सकते हो और उस पर तुम एक वीडियो बना के अपलोड करो 5 मिनट का। और फिर तुम्हें एक स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस भी लिखना होगा कि वाई यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन ज्वाइनिंग दिस रिसर्च ग्रुप एट आईआईटी इंदौर। एंड वो सब तुम्हें हाथ से लिख के स्कैन करके अपलोड करना होगा। एंड पहला स्टेप जो होता है प्रोसेस का वो होता है आपका एक रिटन एग्ज़ाम। एंड वंस यू क्वालिफाई द रिटन एग्ज़ाम देन यू विल बी अपीयरिंग फॉर द फाइनल स्टेज एंड दैट इज़ द इंटरव्यू। So let's jump to the interview. So the interview started with a very basic thing to introduce. So they asked me to introduce myself and why am I an eligible candidate to join their group, and why am I interested in joining the group. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, लेट मी टेल यू वाई। बिकॉज अगर आप किसी इंटरव्यू में अपियर हो रहे हो, अगर आपने एक बैकग्राउंड रिसर्च करके रखा हुआ है कि हाँ इस फील्ड में इस टॉपिक पे इतने प्रोफेसर काम करते हैं, और अगर आपको नाम भी एक दो याद हो गए, जो कि मैं उसे सजेस्ट नहीं करूँगा लेने को, बट इन केस यू कैन नो कि हाँ भाई इस प्रोफेसर ने इस पे काम कर रखा है और ये सब चीज़ें हो रही हैं डिपार्टमेंट में, तो इट्स अ वेरी वेरी बिग एडवांटेज टू यू. So that's what I did, because I knew the work, I saw the work and properly what kind of projects were there. Because let me tell you that this department, even though this department is comparatively new, but the department is really large. There are 9 professors working in different domains of astronomy, astrophysics and space engineering. There are a lot of ISRO projects available. The research group is really big, and it's a good one. It's a good place to pursue your research work. So of course I told about why I'm interested about all the projects and everything. I explained that how department is very complete and very versatile in doing research. Then after that one professor said, okay, tell me any 2 subjects you think any 2 subjects of your interest, and we'll start the interview accordingly. तो मैंने बताया electrodynamics and classical mechanics. So the professor started asking question on electrodynamics, and let me tell you exactly the questions which were asked to me. I have written it down. तो क्वेश्चन ये था कि बहुत बेसिक क्वेश्चन था पहला कि you have two charges Q1 and Q2. Okay, so when you have two charges and both charges are at rest with respect to you, so what are the forces acting in between? Okay, you have to tell whether it's electric force or magnetic force. Then in the second case, let's say charge Q2 which you are not holding is moving at certain velocity v, and the charge Q1 is still attached to your frame or you are holding it. So now you have to tell what kind of forces Q1 is facing. Okay, so the questions are interesting. Then he asked a couple of questions more. Okay, so he said okay, so I answered, of course. So then he said okay, what if I place both charges on a train in the same cabin? So the train is moving, and now tell me what are the forces acting between Q1 and Q2. So I just got a bit confused, I would say, but then I remember that okay fine, the charges are moving and you can treat them as current carrying wires or so accordingly, and then you can tell what kind of forces are there. But you have to keep one thing in mind very properly, that whether you are present on the train or whether you're standing on a platform, right? So that will be the difference. The questions were interesting. Okay, so just I answered those. Then the professor asked more questions in from electrodynamics, and it was he said okay, let's take a massless ring of radius capital R, and there is a charge Q of mass m, small m. So the ring is massless, but the charge Q is there, and that is mass m. Now he asked me to make a system such that the charge is attracted to the center, right? So pretty easy, right? Just place a minus q charge on the massless ring, and then of course you can say that okay, minus if you say plus q charges of mass m is at the center and minus q charge is on the massless ring, then if you try to displace the charge, it will come back. The question is, what is the motion performed by the charge? So I just took like half a second or so, and I said, sir, that would be a simple harmonic motion. If you displace the charge. The next question he asked, and that changed everything about my answer was, why is it not a damped oscillation? Why is it not damped oscillation? So then I clicked, then something clicked that the charge, the accelerating particles may emit radiation, so it may be damped. So I told him that okay, if you take the concept of radiation here, then it might be damped accordingly. There's a small bit discussion on this topic, and then he asked okay fine, make a charge distribution on this massless ring or something like a massless ring such that if the charge is at infinity, this plus q charge, it will still feel the force. So I said okay fine, if I can change the shape of the ring, I would like to make it a, let's say, infinite radius or ring, so we can treat it as some kind of concept of this flat plate, the infinite sheet, something like that, because if we take the radius infinity, then we can say something that its effect will also be seen at infinity. Otherwise, if you take this massless ring, okay, for the ring, no, there will not be. So professor said okay. Then the other professor started asking, okay, so you tell me about your master's thesis. So I explained whatever I did. So he said okay, so how much did you do coding and everything? I told him that this is the part which these are the packages which I used, and small bits of coding that was needed in between, and that I did. And then he asked me to explain some sampling algorithms such as MCMC. Then he also asked me something about Bayesian analysis. So you may or may not know about the Bayesian analysis, that's okay. So I used this Bayesian analysis concept in my thesis work. So there was a lot of questions on that, such as how to calculate evidence, what is model testing, and in which cases we take the evidence, and in which cases we don't take the evidence. Okay, so these are some basic questions from that, and they were pretty easy to answer, and I answered accordingly. Then he asked me, okay, you had a coursework on astrophysics or something? When I said, yes sir, there is a coursework, of course. I had one course on that. So he asked me, okay, what is apparent magnitude and absolute magnitude? What's the difference? Can you explain it properly? The formula and why both are used. So I took a minute because I had to recall things, but I was able to explain. I think I told whatever it was, whatever they needed to hear, maybe. So convinced. Then in between, one professor, he told that, okay, fine, Aman, we have certain projects right now, and we need students for that, and these are few projects. So he explained a couple of them. One was on maybe galaxy mergers, the other was on 21 centimeter astronomy. So I explained that we have some problems to do and we need students. So are you interested in any of these? So of course I was interested. My main motive was to do the data analysis in astronomy and astrophysics. So I said yes, of course I am interested. Then there was other professor whose work was on computational astrophysics. Okay, so he also asked. So of course, because my background was from aerospace engineering, so he asked few questions on that. What were the things you learned in your astronomy, in your aerospace, and what was your project? Can you explain in brief, very small, very briefly? And then he asked what is meshing and everything. Can you explain why do we use mesh and everything? So it was easy to explain, and I was able to tell. So I was told what kind of projects were there, and right, yeah. Suddenly, in the end, the last question was asked by another professor, and the question was: so there is this supernova. Okay, so right. So the supernova is there. So there will be a radius of the shell, and that is expanding, and that depends on energy of the explosion, time, and density. So you are given these parameters, so can you find the formula? Because I was asked. So just I think took a few seconds, and I remember that we can. Then I asked her, okay, ma'am. So these are the only three parameters it depends on. The professor said yes. Okay, let's say these are the only three parameters. So I told that, of course. Then sir, then ma'am, we can go for dimensional analysis. Then he asked, how do you do dimensional analysis problem in this case, and it was easy to explain. So I was able to grab the formula and tell the formula accordingly. So right. So this was my interview. Whatever I'm able to recall, maybe a couple of few more questions were there in between, cross questions, accordingly. But more or less, this is the total interview that I faced at IIT Indore, Department of Astronomy, Astrophysics, and Space Engineering. Now, what are the things that you should actually learn from this experience? Okay, if you are going to appear for the interview, first thing and the most important thing is you should know about the department, what kind of research is going very specifically. Okay, you are not in position exactly to say that okay, the research is there, that is in just say astronomy and astrophysics. You must know what professor is working in which field, at least vaguely. Okay, so that's a very big point, of course. And you should always have at least two subjects at your hand. Okay, but you should not expect the professor just to ask from these two subjects. I was not asked from classical mechanics, and that was the first subject I told, the first one which I told to ask questions from. And they went to thesis, then they went to astrophysics questions, then they explained the work, and you can see that these things were like dot and dot connected. Each and every point was connected. Okay, every professor asked different things according to their work. So the thing is, if you have done a thesis, be thorough with that, prepare any two subjects properly, have a proper look at the department. You may be asked from your special paper questions, but the questions will definitely be very basic. They will not be asking you to solve long derivations or something like that, but they will be asking you very basic questions, right? So for me, like electrodynamics, they ask very basic questions, and they might get you stuck somewhere in between if you start doubting whatever you are saying. So be good with at least two subjects. Okay, prepare thesis well. Prepare read a bit about your special paper. So let's say if you are saying not in astronomy astrophysics, let's say you are saying high energy physics, so you might be asked questions, couple of questions from the current work from that, and right, and so you should also look at the available projects in the department. One more very important thing I should tell you is that let's say this department is specifically devoted to astronomy and astrophysics, but let's say about IIT Kharagpur, right? So IIT Kharagpur department is very huge, but this year there was no intake in astronomy and astrophysics. So you should keep yourself aware which of the institutes are going to take in your area of interest. Okay, you might be applying to everywhere, but it's better to just have a look at the vacancies, or else maybe mail the professor or something, just to know if they are going to take any students in that area. Okay, so that is there, and yeah, that's it. That is a very few basic thing that you should be having look at for preparing for interviews. The upcoming videos will be discussing about topic wise, maybe subject wise questions that you should prepare well to perform well in the interview. And till then, take care. Goodbye.